Nissan has had a long unknown heritage of tuner cars. It has remained unknown for the simple fact that up until 1986, they were known around the world as Datsun. They give us cars like the 510, the Skyline, and even the Fairlady. But 10 years after the Datsun name changed to Nissan, they brought us this blue amethyst 240SX on the show today. The heritage is front and center in this car. It might not be the newest and best, but what it lacks, it makes up for in tenacity. Production of the 240SX ended 18 years ago, but since then, its legacy has changed from that of a simple grocery getter to being a tuner's paradise, putting it right up there with the Supra, S2000, and cars alike. And here it is, guys, Reed's 240SX. He's back with it, and it's his summer car.
Happy to have it out.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, I say we fire it up. That's a pretty thunderous roar of an exhaust, like coming out of that tiny engine.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
So your exhaust recently fell off on the highway, right?
It did, yes.
Good.
I was on my way to a concert.
Yep.
And it just fell off the car.
Probably sparking back there.
Probably tons of spark.
Go down there, bolts are snapped.
Bolts are snapped, still in the hangers, luckily. Like, I had to get to the concert.
That's the goal, obviously. Obviously, this engine isn't a big horsepower engine, you know, it's pretty relatively stock.
Yep.
But it feels really responsive and torquey. Is that where you think the biggest pro of this, you know, your engine setup is?
For sure. It's a very torquey engine, the 2.4 liter. It's got a lightweight flywheel and aluminum drive shaft.
Let's be honest, it's a 240.
It's a 240. I mean, you can't not slide your 240.
There's no point having rear-wheel drive if you don't kick it out. As long as you're not a Mustang. If you have a Mustang, don't kick it out. See what you got. There it is. So what is this color called? You know, is it original? You know, tell me about it.
The color is called Blue Amethyst. It is an original color by Nissan. There are only about 400 of these cars made with this color.
Really?
And this is one of those 400.
20-year-old car.
Yeah.
Can you ask for it? So right off the bat, we obviously can tell that, you know, the torque, you feel it right away, and it pulls good, you know, it's all the way through the power band.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's a big plus of it. So it doesn't necessarily even feel slow,
No.
especially with the lightness.
It's got power everywhere, it's light, responsive.
Yeah.
It's a great fun car to drive.
Yeah, you could go out and purchase a newer two-door sports car that will outperform this 240SX, but those lack personality, heritage, and tenacity. You get all of those things from a car like this. Reed's car is unlike anyone else's simply because his goals and visions for this car are unlike anyone else's. It may not be turbocharged or have high-tech gadgets, but what you do get is a unique car that will easily put a smile on anyone's face.